What was the highest waste of money that you don't regret?
Dining at a Michelin-starred restaurant in Milan, we had an 18-course meal with wine pairings for like $400 or so. Edit. For those asking, the restaurant is Joie, it's vegetarian, but it looks like it still exists and isn't much more expensive than when I was there 10 years ago. I used to scoff at spending that sort of money on meals, got convinced to try it one time, and loved it. Now, every couple years we try to find something big like that to do. It really is amazing what top-tier chefs can do to food. People like to, on tasting menus because of the hilariously small portions and high price, but by the 8th course those tiny plates are really starting to fill you up, and it is often some of the most delicious and most interesting food you'll ever have in your life. It really is more of an experience rather than simply a meal. My wife calls it extreme eating. Some people would spend a similar amount or more in extreme sports like skydiving or bungee jumping. We spend it on eating.
Just shy of $20,000 to go to Antarctica traveling solo, small cruise ship. More than I've spent on every other vacation I've taken combined. Was one of the best trips of my life. It also gave me enough space and clarity to realize how toxic my ex was to me so that I could find the strength to leave not long after I got back. I'll always want to go back to Antarctica. The inner peace I found there changed my life. I'm scheduled for this, virus willing, in November/December this year. I cannot wait. 20K? No offense, but unless they gave you your own island for 6 months, you got violated, and not in a good way.
I spent $3,000 for my wife to meet the Backstreet Boys and get front row seats. It is the best thing that has ever happened to her, and the smile on her face after the show and look of pure bliss in someone who suffers often from anxiety was worth every cent. I didn't spend quite that much, but I gave my wife a similar experience with 98* last year. Front row seats, meet greet backstage, full VIP access at a club post-show. The look on her face is still really vivid in my mind. So like $300?
I spent too much money on a big treadmill for a very small apartment, but I've ran 15 to 25 kilometers on it every week for the past several years, and it's been incredibly helpful both physically and mentally. Your downstairs neighbor's mental health is swiftly deteriorating. He should buy a treadmill. I've heard they are great. It's treadmills all the way down.
The extra I pay in rent for a water view. Completely worth it. I understand, I can spend an afternoon just sitting on my balcony looking at the river and the trees moving with the wind. In a dozen seasons and 1,000 days I've never seen the river look the same twice, so I can't look away. Poetic.
$800 for a front seat helicopter tour of Kauai for me and my wife. Totally worth it. I did the same. But on the big island, worth every penny, I'll never forget it. Same. We did one on Big Island and it was easily one of the most incredible things I've done. I think the thing that tops it was actually hiking through the lava flows to find flowing lava, which we did. We were all by ourselves and it was wild just thinking we are the only people to see this bit of rock born. Oh, when the US stops burning, I wanna do this. Hawaii sounds so nice and so far away.
Due to poor insulation and distance from the water heater, my shower is never properly warm in winter. I just bought a single endpoint tankless water heater for just my shower. Best $150 I ever spent. Could I really afford it? No. Did I need it? No. Do I love it? You bet your sweet bippy I do. Didn't know this was a thing. I hate that my shower gets cold after like 5 minutes. Looked a few up and this seems a bit more complicated, and would probably need a pro to install. I want this. Water heater coils need to be replaced every few years. Might want to check that first. Edit. As many pointed out, only replace the elements as necessary. It's more relevant to perform the regular maintenance flushing the system out yearly.
Artwork. Can I always afford it? No, but my walls are full of original, 90% local art. They make me happy to look at. I'm sure I made the artist happy too. My husband and I just bought our first piece of art from a local exhibition this weekend. It was completely spur of the moment, and very expensive. Also, Since we can't travel for our anniversary next month, we are considering it an anniversary gift to ourselves. Can't wait to pick it up at the end of the month. I'm halfway convinced we paid an artist's rent for a month when we bought his pieces. Shop local, everyone. One time I went to visit my friend after college. He lived in this shared house with a lot of weird people. The house was super cluttered. It was inherited by one of the people living there and he rented it out.
I got into a stupid fight with my brother, so I found a game he had pledged on Kickstarter, Space Haven, and saw that for $360 I could write a pre-made character bio that would randomly show up, so I pledged it and wrote a character bio with his name and made him a flaming. I have never played this game and don't want to. Has he got the game yet? I would love to hear more. Drink with a credit card, bad choice. Stories. I've never had that opportunity to be drunk, petty, and flush at the same time. My brother has a low tolerance for substances and really bad allergies. He got gorked on Benadryl or something and bought a bunch of swords and fancy knives off some home shopping network show at 4 in the morning. His wife made him switch to non-drowsy. I watched somebody bet on all the numbers in roulette, one of the dumbest things I've ever witnessed. Seen someone do this while swearing how he's breaking even and drinking for free. For those who aren't familiar, roulette numbers pay 36/1 but the actual wheel has anywhere from 37 to 39 numbers in the form of 0, 0, 0, or 0, 0, 0, so your odds aren't paying the true odds of the spin. Anyways, this guy ignored everyone explaining why he wasn't breaking even until the wheel spun 0 once and he got wiped out. He sobered up real quick after that. Should have bet on the 0 as well duh.
GE Opal Nugget Ice Maker. Dang thing cost more than my car payment, but man oh man, I love Nugget Ice and I use it the heck out of it every day. I can't believe I'm going to spend $500 on an ice machine because of this post. How could you? Read the reviews first. Looks like the original Opal, the V1 GE, have terrible problems. There's a 2.0 version. Why on earth does anyone need a Bluetooth-enabled ice machine?
Stax headphones, about $800 in 1987, but I still listen to them and they are unbelievably good. Stax headphones. Never heard of them but they are expensive, must be good, I'd like to hear them. They have a pair for over $4,000, wow. Check out the Sennheiser he won. Dude, that is insane, lol. I sent this to my boss to ask if I could get them for my home office. What person is buying these? I can't imagine any amount of money would make it a normal purchase to drop $59K on headphones.
My litter robot. Yes, I spent $600 on a cat shitter, but my house never smells. I don't have to scoop litter, and I only have to empty the drawer once a week. Definitely worth it to me. We just got one this year. I have 4 cats, 1 leg, and a bad back, so bending over to scoop is not comfortable. I love that litter box. Clicked on the comments because I was wondering how it would work for multiple cats, and here you were. I've got 4 cats as well. It's seriously worth it. I figured it would get messy quick. I have to switch out the bags a couple times a week, but it's still so much easier, and there's less litter wasted too. $120 for a towel heater. I will never dry off with a cold towel again. Didn't expect to need one, but now I do. $60 at Costco, fam. I didn't even know I was drying off with cold towels until today.
When I was younger I came into a sum of about $15,000. I wasn't very careful with the money, and other than putting $5,000 down on car, I blew the money here and there, but what I put the largest amounts toward were friends in need. I paid one friend's power bill just before it got shut off. I helped another friend keep her water on. I never could keep my hands on money for long, but I don't regret having wasted it helping friends. And the friends remember it forever too. Well, the good ones do. I had a friend help me out with a utility bill once and I never, ever forgot it. I paid it forward every chance I got. You probably started a tsunami of giving.
Lego Death Star. Word, I got it when Amazon accidentally listed it for $125 for like 13 minutes one morning at 6 AM. He probably, though it was a worthless moon. Yeah, but that's no moon.
I got $27,000, and spent it on a solo cross-country road trip that led to me moving on the complete opposite side of the country from everyone I've ever known. I was in a dark place in my head. The original plan was to find a nice place to end my story, but the trip itself helped me reconsider, so absolutely no regrets to speak of. Edit. Didn't really expect this to receive this much notice. Thank you for the awards, and I'm sorry if I can't reply to them all. I'm currently kind of swamped. Uneasy face. How did you stop the dark place in your head? Did it just stop? Or did you work at it?